The holiday season is upon us once again. This is a DF Retro Let's Play, and we are getting in the mood for the holidays by enjoying some classic Christmas games. I have brought 3 presents today for my friend Audi to open.
Ho ho ho, John.
And that's exactly what we're gonna do. So this is the first of our 3 presents.
All right.
So I know you're going in blind, so here's a controller for you.
Ah, the PlayStation. Great console.
So we're starting. Yes, we're starting with the PlayStation, and this, my friend, is Santa Claus Saves the Earth.
What?
So,
what did you just say?
Yes, this is Santa Claus Saves the Earth from a company known as Evogamus Games, though apparently they still exist as Nord Current Games. Just hit that new game button right there.
Okay. All right. Well,
So today this is basically effectively the true Nightmare Before Christmas. We are exploring only the best of the worst, if you will. I brought all the best games for you to open today.
Oh, there's 2 more on the floor, John.
Oh yes. So yes, this is a mysterious game for me. Apparently this was only released in Europe, so this is a 50 Hz game. And
look at him polishing that sack.
You know, the PlayStation was home to a lot of shovelware, of course, in addition to the classics. I think this is probably going to fall under the former.
I see. I don't have a good feeling about this.
So we're kicking off here with this lovely period-appropriate CGI sequence, pre-rendered video. We have these distorted-looking bricks textured against the back wall. These very poorly animated things. There is, of course, text here that directly embedded into the video file.
Lots of blocks of cheese here too.
That looks terrible. So let's begin.
All right. When did you say this game released, John?
Oh, that's a good question. It was something like
in the year of our Lord Satan. Which year?
I think it was around 2002, maybe 2000. I think it was 2002.
Okay.
So this is after the PlayStation 2 was on shelves. This is like prime shovelware land. Wow.
This
is
John,
something.
This looks like a CDi game.
The CDi, the spirit of the CDI lives on the PlayStation.
All right.
So you're collecting 7-Up spots that have gone bad and turned green.
Everything in this game is turned bad. Are you noticing something here? Like,
what's that?
When that little yellow sprite down there runs, that's 60 frames or
50.
50, and this is PAL.
Yeah, there seems to be a mismatch here between the Santa sprite and some of the other sprites in the game, as if they're running at different frame rates.
All right, so what I'm discovering now is that we have a apple gun, we have a melee sack,
okay, so
and a snowball.
And a snowball.
So this is kind of like a Christmas turrican so far, huh?
Is it potentially the case that this is also similar to Alfred Chicken?
Oh no, let's not talk about that. It is Christmas.
It does seem like a rather zoomed out camera view. There seems to be a focus on sort of navigating the stage to figure out how to proceed. We'll see.
Yeah, this doesn't control well, John. This doesn't bode well.
It seems very sluggish. It is fascinating to me that even in 2002, they thought it was, hey, let's do pre-rendered looking sprites, but not do it well.
Was this released on any other console?
I think there might have been a Game Boy Advance version, but it would have been totally different, obviously. Well, maybe not actually. This is pretty... Oh, you see how smooth that sprite moves when it moves quickly.
I can't even tell what it's supposed to be, though. Or this one. I can't tell what anything is here is supposed to be.
We haven't seen any evidence of parallax scrolling either.
No.
So this is truly... Oh, this is really atrocious. We don't normally like to cover bad games here on DF. I really don't like doing that. But this one, you know, we were searching for some Christmas games and I came across this one.
And then you called me.
And I said, you need to play this.
All right. So we can do a bit of parkour here, as you see. Santa is pretty nimble.
Wow. How do you feel this compares to, say, Bubsy and the Jaguar?
Bubsy and the Jaguar. So the problem with Bubsy and the Jaguar is the level design is very random, and the background foreground doesn't really differentiate too much. But yeah, this is 4 or 5 times worse.
Oh, exactly. I was thinking it was 4.76 times worse, but you know, that's
Close enough. Close enough.
Just me. Wow, it feels like the whole.
Feels like a nightmare.
I mean,
yes.
this is a PAL release, but it doesn't. It does not feel like a game that's PAL optimized either. Like the speed is very slow. The scrolling isn't smooth. Wait, how did you even know that was there?
I didn't.
So this is truly like a Metroid game then.
Yes, John. This is just like Metroid.
Can Santa curl up into a ball and drop Santa bombs?
No, but I will be curling up into a ball myself on the floor after playing this.
This is interesting though.
Is it?
In the sense that the last, years of the PlayStation were, that's when, it was pure shovelware at this point. It's just fascinating to see what types of products were released. Look at that seam between the trees there.
Yes, this is interesting, isn't it? Huh. This art direction is non-existent. There's something on the back here. Well, I can't really do anything about it.
Oh, was it a button?
It looks like it was a button, and I see some movement over here.
But perhaps not the kind of movement.
I've never been so uninterested in seeing what actually happens in the game than I am right now.
I mean, this isn't as bad as, say, Alien Gate or whatever.
On the CDi?
Yeah.
No, my friend, it is not. But are we lowering the bar that low to find something better?
Well, let's just say, again, I think comparisons to, this is like a mediocre CDi platform game. Not a bad one. Look at this.
You're not getting a Christmas card.
Wait, there's parallax scrolling.
Is there?
On the vertical, only in the sense that the mountain backdrop is static while the foreground moves independently. Oh, I see. It's behind the trees there. This is
Well, that is kind of neat, huh?
I suppose.
For being a Christmas game, this doesn't really have the Christmas spirit so much, other than Santa doing parkour and climbing ropes.
Yeah, I'm a little curious about the Christmas themes here. I mean, this isn't that Christmassy.
It's just stage 1, though.
You're just playing as Santa. So it runs at a relatively low frame rate. The movement of the sprites and such is not fluid at all. The parallax background is very simplistic, just a static layer. It doesn't move.
I guess we drop here. Oh.
Yes, that's correct.
And then we drop here.
Can you get your rancid coins?
I'll try to pick them up. Oh. Alright. What are those yellow things there? It's like the game itself can't render these sprites properly or something. Come out corrupted.
I'm not really sure what's going on. The slight garbled look of the sprites reminds me of Batman Forever, the arcade game, actually, on the PlayStation.
Excellent reference.
Though perhaps not. That is not as severe as this, perhaps, because the sprites themselves are more reasonable. But wow. Yikes.
So some key here. Oh. I didn't even know I had a key.
So you had to very slowly walk over there to unlock the door.
Yes, Santa does not run.
The main issue I see here, among many, many, many others, is that the movement system simply isn't enjoyable in any way. And thus, exploring the world has no real value because just simply moving around it doesn't feel good. So what's the point?
So I picked up a red triangle. I'm gonna guess that's a key, and I do seem to recall there was a keyhole with a red color earlier in the game. We're figuring this out slowly.
Look at this nonsense.
Welcome to Europe.
Wait, is this...
Hope you enjoy your stay.
This is that spot again.
Yes, so we're back. He walked through a door, and I came back. I recognized this area.
I'm going to start setting up for the next surprise.
Oh, no.
While you finish that up.
So, Yes, I was right. There is a red keyhole here. We open the door.
Okay.
And he walks in like Prince of Persia. Oh, and the stage is done, it looks like.
You actually finished one of the stages.
Well, that was unenjoyable. So, you invite me down just for this?
Yes. Thankfully, we have lots more Christmas goodies for you.
I've never been more
Yes, the next
unhappy on a Christmas day.
You can continue from there until I'm ready, because we're setting up the next system. You're facing the opposite direction. Hopefully this will be
It's starting
a
to
wonderful
smell.
surprise.
It's starting to smell in here, though, and I don't like that smell.
Oh, yeah? That's right. You recognize that blue color. It's the Philips CDi. The next game is on the CDi. Are you ready?
Why?
You love the CDi. How much money did you spend on the CDi?
Oh, that's
Too much.
It is Christmas.
We don't need to remind. So there we go. Handing you the official Philips CDi 3-button gamepad.
Oh, wow. So when we have been playing the CDi earlier this year, we have always used the wand.
That's right. I recently obtained this superior controller product.
This is the CDi Genesis controller.
Basically, yeah.
So does that mean, since we have a good controller,
Begin.
we're going to play a good game?
Well, I guess we're going to see if we can compare and contrast with what we just experienced on the PlayStation. So this would have been released some years earlier on the Philips CDi. Now, the thing about the Philips CDi, as we've learned when talking about it, is that it doesn't really seem to handle things like scrolling very well, and there's not really hardware designed to handle the typical operations that machines from this era were designed to perform. So everything had to be done in software.
Are you telling me we're playing a Christmas game on CDi?
Yes.
I hate Christmas.
And there's a
Good
so
lord.
that's the main menu. So they just whoa. So it goes. They couldn't transition from video to menu fast enough, so they actually had to use that snow effect, even though the menu was supposed to be a part of the video.
Oof. The movement on this title screen here is not smooth.
So if you look at the case here, what game does this say?
This says Christmas Crisis.
Yes, it is Christmas crisis time. Let's begin.
I'm having an internal crisis right now. Alright, so it uses... This must be using the digital video cartridge, because I'm noticing that the videos are pretty smooth.
Yeah, so a lot of later CDi games especially required the DVC, both for video playback, and I believe it has extra memory.
Oh, look at the frame rate.
So it's actually smooth scrolling here. But how about that music? Some funky reggae Christmas music here.
This is the most ill-fitting music I ever heard in a Christmas game.
Now, see, this one actually looks much more Christmassy.
That is true.
Whoa.
Dear Lord, though, he jumps like a flea.
He does jump like a flea. Okay, can you aim? He has snowballs again? Just like
No,
the
so
PlayStation
see,
game?
this is one of those wonderful games where I'm noticing that the snowball has like an upwards trajectory first. So it goes in like this half circle.
So it's this
Means that
difficult
you can
arc.
never hit anything because they probably designed all the enemies to be on the floor and lower than you. And Santa can't duck.
Okay, so this is a vertical platform game.
Similar to actually a game I do like on the CDI is The Apprentice, which also does...
That's right, The Apprentice is another vertical scrolling game.
Yeah, you know, that's a good game for the CDI, but of course we're not playing
One
that.
of the best. You can go ahead and keep going up. I mean, what's the objective here?
So I'm noticing stuff that is dropping from these boxes. I'm guessing that's gifts or
It's
something.
probably a waste of time to collect everything.
Oh, you think so?
Probably.
So you're talking about waste of time, John? I just flew down here. 4-hour flight.
Just for some... Well, I mean, yeah. But this is fascinating, though. The game seems to control horribly.
It seems to? I'm playing it. It is.
And the presentation is very, very strange. But it does have smooth scrolling, which therefore makes it one of the best games in the CDI.
You know, you're actually right about that. So it is a Christmas miracle.
As awful as this game is, it is worth pointing this out, that there are a few games such as this which actually do move at a respectable frame rate. Now, the problem seems to be very twitchy, flea-like controls.
Yeah, Santa's the problem in this game.
Just jump the hole. Just jump the pit. It's not that hard.
No! The UFO killed me.
Okay. I love how Santa's destroying the toys.
And he's also destroying Christmas right in front of our very eyes.
Look at this.
You cannot control him. He's out of his mind. Santa is drugged up on something, and we have to save him. Okay.
So this is. I wonder what the crisis is for this Christmas.
It's us, John. It's us playing these games.
But can it run Christmas Crisis?
Oh, I hate you. All right. Okay, so I guess when you get to the gift, you finish a level.
Okay.
Did anyone have this game? Did anyone get this for Christmas back in the day?
I would hope not.
I feel so sorry.
I'd imagine that little Johnny received a copy of this while Dad received a copy of 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
the hit movie, which you can watch on the CDi today. Okay, so
this is part 2. There's no parallax scrolling though.
Are you? No, this is the CDi.
Oh,
Let's keep our expectations down.
It does
very much down.
It does exist occasionally.
So you were saying that everything on the CDi had to be rendered in software?
I mean, effectively.
Yeah.
There's no dedicated hardware to assist with moving around play fields, and although I mean, obviously, the one feature it does offer is excellent support for full motion video. That's basically its best feature. This is the second video we've done recently with CDi, so this will probably be the last for a while.
Oh, thank God. You know, my day job is I work as a game producer, and I'm trying to think of having to make a game for this thing, and it makes me want to quit my job.
This seems like a very low rent Amiga game that you'd find at a supermarket for $2.
So a UK developed game, you're saying?
Maybe. I'm not going down that road. Maybe a UK developed game from 1983,
for
but
the Spectrum
with better graphics. This is basically a Spectrum game, but better looking. It's like a very poor Spectrum game.
Well,
now there's plenty of Spectrum games I'd much rather play than this.
Yeah, Target Renegade. Man, just thinking of all these good games we could be playing makes me want to go home again.
Thankfully, this isn't the only Christmas game on the CDi.
Oh, John, no more, please.
This is not the only. Welcome to a CDi Christmas. Here we go. We're gonna pop the eject button.
Hold on, John.
Yes.
Another CDi Christmas game?
Yes.
They made 2?
They made 2. And here we go. I believe the guys that made, was it Christmas Crisis that we just played, had also made Tetsuo, as they say, Gaiden instead of Gaiden.
Oh, that's a shooter on the system, which is quite interesting. Are we playing that?
No.
Oh.
This is another Christmas game. So, and in fact, it's another Christmas game that is also a platformer.
It doesn't bode well, does it?
Not especially. Here we go. It's taking its sweet time loading. There it goes. Creative Media is responsible for this. Christmas Country. Welcome to Christmas Country. Oh, maybe this was the game that the Tetsuo Gaiden people made. I can't recall. Okay. So go ahead. What are you waiting for? Let's begin.
I'm just holding off as long as I can. Santa Claus's Castle.
Santa Claus Castle. Okay.
So is this a DVC cart game?
I think so.
No, this hasn't had any video yet, though.
Yeah, but some... Oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so...
This is a CDi game?
Yeah. It is odd, though. It doesn't seem to be any music. It's just
yeah, you're right.
Effects.
There's no way. I can walk on Santa's head.
That's Santa. He has a non-moving background tile.
Yeah.
Collection of tiles.
He's broken.
Can you speak this? Oh, there you go.
The bad elf stole my list of naughty children. I guess you stole them because I'm here. Enlist for his army.
Wait, he's enlisting bad children.
This game went political.
This is not the direction I expected this game to go. I'm not gonna lie.
So
how does this one control comparatively?
Well, it's smooth.
The
Also,
frame rate is also stable.
if I hold button
impressively.
1, he seems to be farting himself into speed.
Whoa.
You see there? There's some sparks coming out of his butt.
Okay.
So it's a CDI game, all right. So I don't seem to have any attacks, but
This kind of looks like an NES game, but with a little... No, this looks like an Atari ST game.
yes, it does look like something from the Atari ST. But it has no music. This baffles me.
It's very strange.
It's a very quiet Christmas.
It's a quiet, silent night indeed.
So this seems pretty strange. Actually, John, I'm going to say that if this is the last gift, I hope so, that we are opening today, then this actually isn't that bad compared to what we were just playing, at least. I seem to be spelling something down there.
Yeah,
too.
this actually, I mean, it's not an impressive looking game,
No,
but it does have a stable frame rate. The controls seem reasonable.
Yeah, this isn't. I mean, this. I could play this on Christmas and not cry about it.
Too much, anyway.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you're jumping on tires. So you said that these people had also developed Tetsuo Gaiden.
I think so.
Hmm.
Which
But this game does not have a future mode.
No, that game was interesting because it had both a future and a past mode or something.
Yeah, like mod.
The only difference was that the future mode played an FMV behind the shooting action, and the other one was just a starfield.
Yes. Which kind of, I feel like that sums up the CDI pretty well. So I seem to be spelling out special probably on the bottom there, but I didn't find any
I think so.
SRP, so I'm just Eschel. Stage is done.
All right, you did it.
Let's see what the next stage has for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
No animation in the background.
this
but,
isn't a good game.
It runs well. It's not a good game.
No, you know.
Also, it's a great
take
game.
Back. No, I take back what I said. This is just getting tedious, actually.
So the issue here, so it seems competently programmed for the system, but it's not engaging in any way.
No.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, got some skills here, huh? All
Your
these years
Christmas
of video
country
gaming.
skills.
Yeah.
I think we've subjected people to enough of this, perhaps.
What about me?
We might have to keep you here a bit longer
Oh, okay.
to play Christmas Country.
I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. I'm not coming home this year.
But I think that's going to do it for this episode of Madness, the true Nightmare Before Christmas. Before we go, though, which of the three did you prefer?
So, you know, at least Santa saves the Earth, apparently, in the first game. So I'm going to go with that. Just
Okay.
to end it on a positive note.
All right, then. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video, as always, be sure to like and subscribe. Ring the notification bell at the top there. And, of course, follow us over on Twitter. And until next time, have a good holiday, I guess. With better games than this.
Hopefully.